restricted so that
Okay, so
nobody could have seen them.
Okay, so
and
police
they asked them to be opened so that they could see them.
So police.
So we have emails from the professional standards.
Professional standards.
Who literally says, "Thank you for these videos. Can you please make them public so we can watch them?"
And did they suggest YouTube?
They didn't not suggest it.
No, that's what they knew, it was on YouTube, so they were asking for the YouTube videos. They knew that's where they were.
Hang on, I'm getting two different accounts here. So
it's the same story, more detail.
No, it's the same.
So did they say, please put these on YouTube?
No, they said, please make them publicly available on YouTube.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Any,
I can't tell you how long I'll be here. Sorry.
More than an hour, less than an hour?
No, I think less than an hour.
Less than an hour. Thank you.
The reason why I first put them on YouTube and then voluntarily deleted them was because I'd run out of storage. That was the first time. But when there was a meeting, we agreed to take them down, which I did. I didn't use YouTube again in this way until and that was originally. But I then had to start re-uploading everything because it became very clear that PC Young was not providing this evidence to anyone that mattered and was lying about the evidence. So I needed a way to share it with interested third parties who had a stakeholder in this, including MESH, the Professional Standards people.
Who's MESH?
Is it MESH or MOSH?
It's MASH.
MASH.
Associated with social care and housing or something. It's a specialist thing to deal with this kind of stuff.
Okay. All right.
Often just called the hub.
Yeah, it's Merton Hub, isn't it? Yeah.
Now, so you've done it. I mean, I think what concerned me when I saw them, I saw them as a member of the public. I saw them, and I saw like he's used. The only one I saw was he's used, and you make lots of comments and stuff like that.
But it's 1 out of 150.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the other 150.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what the other 150 show.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not calm things. This person's done this on this. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know what's shown. But
again, this is important. You cannot expect me, after 2 years of being physically, emotionally, and in other ways humiliated, assaulted, etc., 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 to be completely rational in everything I do.
No, I appreciate that.
Some of this, I would never have done a year ago.
No, and I gather that it's not. There's never been any issues prior to the Connells moving, and I appreciate that. I do understand. And when I challenge you, it's because I'm a defence lawyer.
Yes.
It's not because I'm a police officer.
Yeah.
And I have to be thorough.
Yes, and I also have to make sure you're aware of the circumstances.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
the context makes it different.
Can I just give another example of why we hate what you just said about the one you've seen?
Yeah.
When I don't know whether you were shown what Jack Connell was posting.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that.
Okay, the point is, the day they came to do that, the officers who made him take down the sign, not only were joking and having a good time with him when he did it, and gave him what I would thought was the evidence, they gave it him back. But they came round to us and said, we've seen the videos of you recording Jack's child all the time. And it turned out what they'd seen is all the little thumbnails, and the guy just gone like this. And he told them that everyone had a picture of the child in it.
Okay.
And so they come round to us and treat him as a paedophile. Purely because of what he told the police, they believed completely without checking.
Okay.
I mean, they literally...
So they created the... they told him about the videos, which then made him...
No, on that occasion... By then he'd got hold of the videos and he'd started commenting. By the way, he never said at that stage they shouldn't be there. He started joining in, didn't he? He made comments, he had already got the thumbnails. When the police went round to tell him he shouldn't have done that, and made him take the sign down, he said, "Oh, but he is a paedophile. Look at all these videos of my son." Went like this,
Right.
and didn't show them a single one. It just showed them one still picture, which is the one that
Right.
you have seen.
Okay. All right. Now that's.
So you understand why we distrust everything the police have done?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I just have to.
No, I understand.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, I was concerned by seeing that picture, and if there were more, it showed a real concern because I personally have a horror of anything being publicly, I'm a very private person. That's a personal thing.
Well, exactly. I was very private too 2 years ago, before I was subject to harassment, intimidation, and coercion by the police.
I mean, I think maybe my reaction was visceral, and I thought, oh my God. But when afterwards, when as I went through these allegations, when I heard about what he did, I was really shocked. I said, that's much more serious. That's way off the scale. What Jack Connell did. So I do see the context.
So in the context of that one, although the offence was really a breach of the CPNW, with Jack going up and down the fence, pointing and prodding and looking at things, and
no, he was physically interfering with the electric fence, and
anyway,
there was a real danger
he could have. What I was saying. The point is that because he's carrying his child, are you saying that we can't have evidence that he's doing the offence, which in that case was a breach of the warning?
Well, I think people are very sensitive. If you take images of someone's 2-year-old child, it's a very sensitive area.
Yeah, it may be sensitive, but it doesn't make it a crime.
So but it doesn't make. But and some things, individual things. The thing about harassment is that each individual act is is not a crime. It's a course of conduct.
Yes, you have to. Yeah, course of conduct.
It's a course of conduct.
Yes.
And it was considered as part of that course of conduct.
Yes.
You taking a picture of that was part of the course of conduct.
So, course of conduct implies a relatively long-term series of consistent behaviours.
Not necessarily. It has to be 2 or 3 incidents. More than 2 incidents.
And it's why we didn't understand why he wasn't done for stalking harassment in December 2021.
So it is a course. It is a course of action, and
but a course of action necessary in order to prove evidence of wrongdoing and crime.
Well, that's what you will have to explain. What I'm saying is the reason that they consider the police are now interviewing you for harassment is because the Connells have said, well, there was no reason for the gas safety people to come in. They say there's no reason for you to have the sonic alarms. They say they're saying that you posted these things on YouTube. You put CCTV. Blah. They're saying this is. They may well feel harassed by it. They
and they have brought every single one of those things upon themselves by their own attacks upon me.
Right, but
I did not have CCTV until he started physically destroying my property.
Okay,
and the police said.
But I think it's the sensitivity of taking a photograph of someone with their child.
Yeah, but that is not a crime.
Can I say that?
I know it's not, but that's why I explained a course of conduct. That's why I'm putting the whole thing. I'm trying to explain why the police are interviewing you and why you have. This is your opportunity to give an explanation as to why these activities.
I actually believe that Jack Connell hadn't thought twice about getting a test for stalking harassment, but he knew what he was doing until the police told him that because that we had made the allegation, he was entitled to do the same.
Possibly.
And that's as recently as 2 weeks ago, that kind of stuff.
That's possible because I know that.
But purely in terms of facts, just so it's recorded, the reason why the videos on YouTube have comments on them is because several times when we've come round and complained and shown police what Jack was doing, they just say to him, and on one occasion I wasn't there so I couldn't override it, they said, oh, we can't see anything. Mm-hmm. So he started putting the comments on to say, this is what you should be looking at.
And anyway,
the police refuse to see stuff.
No, it's more complicated than that. So, for the first year, when I wasn't medicated, I was able to make contemporaneous notes on my phone. And on my phone, which the police now have in their custody, there is a literally chronological list of every single piece of wrongdoing, crime, everything. But when the medication levels got higher, I wasn't able to do that coherently. So I started using videos as a blog, if you will. Yeah. So they are annotated for my benefit, more than anyone else's.
Okay.
I mean, originally these weren't meant to be public.
Yeah.
They were made public after the fact.
Annotated for my purpose. Annotated.
And if I, you know, and I
The way
believe.